Okay, we are live. Oh, it looks like a little out of focus. Let me see if I can fix that. Don't know if that's any better. I actually am tempted to switch cameras because I think the other camera's focus is better. But anyway, there we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our auction. Oh, I forgot to bring up my usual little disclaimers at the beginning, so let me bring that up and put some stuff in the chat here. I can't type and talk easily sometimes, but we will try. And just as I'm usual, I'm just cutting and pasting and stuff. Oops, and do that. Copy. And it's just going to put the information here that I'm going to talk about. So that is that we. If you're new, please email me, and the email's right there in the chat. And I need your real name, your YouTube name, your shipping information, and your PayPal information because I invoice through PayPal, which is what I'm about to say next. And we use Pirate Ship for shipping, for calculating the shipping. We either go UPS or the post office, whichever comes out best. And that lately, for large packages, it's been UPS. Now, I mention that because I know in Canada, UPS does not work well. And if you're a Canadian, then I will, I see the address is Canadian, I will send it by the post office, even though it's, because I understand that the UPS can be an issue in Canada. I didn't realize that at first, but I have one person who was up there and said, "Oh yeah, you can't do that. It just never shows up." So, okay, let me get rid of that on my screen so we don't have that glare in my face. Okay, and so yeah, I will have some silver and gold filled items I think tonight. I will comment on those as I go. Most of the ones I have pretty good confidence in. So don't be afraid to put some stuff in the chat. You should click on like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It really does help a lot with the algorithm. So appreciate that. I will have some jewelry tonight, but I have some stuff related to our anniversary, the 250th anniversary. I'm a little late in getting that in, but it's stuff that I didn't realize I had. Saw it, and some of it I did obtain recently. So that's what happens sometimes. But and okay, so if you're new to the channel, we are up in the northwest corner of Vermont, about 95 miles from Montreal, an hour or so from the Canadian border of Quebec, about 18 miles outside of Burlington, the largest city in Vermont, which is on Lake Champlain, which is the sixth largest lake. I know I'm giving you a whole lesson here. And so that is where we are. So I know shipping, out west can be a little interesting, but I try to do the best I can with packaging and make sure everything's packaged safely and then shipped out and get the best price I can get for you. Let me see here. What else? I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, so this is a joint venture, by the way. My wife is a silent partner, but someday I may get her tweaked in somehow to convince her when she's feeling better. Reason I did an auction last week was we had a lot going on with family. We had graduation, a high school graduation for our fourth grandchild, and we had camp company from Florida. We had all kinds of things going on with that, and it just was too hectic in the household. So it just decided it would not work basically. And so that Thursday night we had a lot of company and things like that. So it was fun. We had a great time. Graduation went well. It was outdoors and it was a beautiful day for it, sunny and warm, but not over, and even a little bit of a breeze. So worked out pretty well. And everybody had a good time, I think. I didn't hear any complaints for that way. So anyway, so let's see what else. And this week, was our wedding anniversary was yesterday. So we celebrated that. I'll just say that it's been a long time, over 50 years. That gives you a clue how old I am. We just had a quiet day mostly, and actually worked on the garden and went out to dinner and things like that. So it was good. It worked out pretty well. So And of course, Father's Day's coming up this weekend, and I guess the kids are trying to figure out what the girls, my three daughters, they're trying to figure out what to do. We'll probably just do a barbecue or something like that. Just something simple, nothing complicated, or maybe just get pizza or something. I'm not really fussy about any of that stuff. I really just spending time with the family is what's important. So, what did I forget? I didn't just realize I don't have my. Oh, here it is. I was worried. I thought I forgot my drink. All right. So, always ask questions in the chat, of course. And I have. Oh my gosh, I literally have thousands and thousands of items in our inventory, and I don't put most of that out here, and I don't have that much on eBay right now either. Please, though, visit our eBay channel, though we do have one. I will be putting some stuff out there soon. I picked up some nice pieces of Murano glass that I'll be posting out there, I think, soon. You'll see a nice piece of Lenox glass tonight. I'm going to show that in the auction. I've got a couple of other, like I say, items that I thought were interesting related to the 250th anniversary. And what else am I forgetting? I know I'm forgetting something. Well, it'll come to me. But anyway, so let's see. It's already 7 minutes into it here, so let's get started. I think let's do the first item here. So this is called Liberty Blue ceramic or porcelain. I guess it's porcelain. Doesn't say what it is. Historic colonial scenes. Paul Revere. This is the funny thing my wife pointed out today. This is about the American Revolution, but the country it's made in, England. So crazy, huh? So it's a beautiful little picture of Paul Revere. And let's see if that'll focus. Not quite. Let me see if I can get that to focus better. That focus better, a little bit better, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, this was a manual focus on this thing, so it doesn't always get it right. So there's Paul Revere, and it's a two-sided image here. I don't know if this thing was ever used. It looks mint clean. I mean, just unbelievably clean on the inside. No chips, cracks, anything on this thing. Handle, there's the handle, okay, and there we put this right side up, so you can see Liberty Blue, Paul Revere, and what was I gonna look at my list here? I'll forget what I was. I have it on my list here. It is okay. Oh, I didn't put it down. Oh, all right. Well, I will say. Let's put that in the chat here. Liberty Blue picture. Oh boy. Yeah, GCHR Revere. I'm just going to call it Revere so you know the difference, because I have another Liberty Blue piece possibly later. We'll start this at $10, I think. We'll start this. This is very highly collectible, I guess. I did comp it. I didn't write down when I comped it, so I forgot what it was. And I know I know I'm asking way less than what they were selling for, so I figured I'd put decent price out there. So there's a little bit of sticker residue on the bottom, I think. I think I think I got most of it off there, or it was on the side. There's a little sticker residue on the side, but that'll come off easily with just a little Dawn dish liquid. And there's the other end right there. There's an interest in that. Cute little thing. I think I'm going to say this must be about 4 inches tall. Let me measure it here. 3 3/4 from on there, so about not terribly large. A nice little creamer. I should have called it a creamer, not a pitcher. Really, it's not a pitcher. It's too small for a pitcher. But Paul Revere and the Raiders, and there was a band that came out in the 60s, I think it was, and so many people will recognize that by that name. But if you're a history guy, or if you passed history when you were in high school, you should remember about his ride in Massachusetts. Turns out, historically, it wasn't just him by himself. It turns out there was a group of riders, but he was the one who got famous. So I think it was because of somebody who wrote, some kind of historical thing that was going on there. So anyway, that is the first item for tonight. And if there's no interest in that, I will set it aside. But again, I always forget to say, if you're watching this later and you wish to purchase something that did not sell, please email me. The email's on the screen when I don't have the description there, and it's also in the top of the chat. So be sure you're in live chat, not top chat. I know some people accidentally don't. I think at least on the PC, it defaults to top chat. I don't know why it does that. It really does not make sense, but it does do that. So I would say please make sure you're on live chat. You might miss something because of that. That happens a lot. And okay, so let's do some jewelry. Let's stick with the theme. Okay, I'm not gonna. Here's it's just a simple little some acrylic red, white, and blue beads. Really, really, really long. This thing is. Let me tell you here. I just set my tape measure down just a second ago when I was showing you the height of that. Oh, there it is. This thing I'm going to say is probably close to 30 inches. It is 24 inches altogether in length. So that means it's 48 total length. But it's red, white, and blue, and it's just acrylic with a very unusual clasp at the top here. I'll show it to you. There's the clasp. And it's 5 strands of red, white, and blue. So no matter which way you look at it, it's red, white, and blue from counting either way. $3. I think it will say. We'll call it the patriotic necklace. Oops, misspelled patriotic. Let me see if we can get that typo fixed before I hit the enter. We'll start this at $3. How's that? So, any interest in that? Like I say, it's just acrylic. It's just acrylic beads. But red, white, and blue. Now, and I will promise that I will invoice quickly. I've been way behind. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm behind. Oh, Marlene. Oh, hey, nice to see you in the chat. So, yeah. So I've been really horrible lately, and I apologize. I've still got, I think, 2 or 3 invoices from a week or 2 ago that I have not completed yet. It's been a little crazy here with different other things besides the graduation and things going on. It's a little too personal to get into too much of what's going on, but I just want to make you aware that that's part of the problem. That it's something just a little hectic in our lives right now. So, okay. Anyway, so that is that. Let me just put that up on the screen really quick. And so there it is, red, white, blue. What did I say? 24 inches in length when I hold it from end to end like this. So it means the total length of the thing is 48. So I guess you would double it up, something like that, to wear it. And when you want to go watch the fireworks, you can look very patriotic. Okay, we will pass on that. And hope everybody's doing okay, at least, if not well. I know, like I said, we've had some issues here at home, so we do the best we can with what we got. Only bothering me right now is I've been getting my arthritis has been, this weather has been kind of wacky, and it's been driving my arthritis kind of nuts. So, excuse me. But other than that, okay. All right. Let me see. What was the other thing I wanted to show early on? Oh, this. This really cute little. I think this was handmade. There's no name on it or anything. Nice little wooden box. It's very light. At least the base is very light. A little hexagonal. 1, 2, Yeah, 6 size. Hexagonal box. Not really deep, but the lid, it looks like they basically put a bunch of these seem cold to the touch, so I'm gonna guess they might be some kind of dyed stone. I have no idea. And there's the lid. You can see the thickness of that, and the inside. Again, no label or anything. And so that's the way the box looks. I guess you could use it for a trinket box. It was interesting to try and figure out. I think it's handmade. I think it's home. Somebody made this. So I'm going to call this a wooden box. We'll call it a trinket box. I don't know what else to call it. Trinket box with blue lid. Blue patterned lid. And we'll start this at $5. So there it is. Little cute little box. I don't know if the pattern has any particular significance. It is very geometric, as you can see. But there it is. Pardon the mess in the background, by the way. I just haven't had a chance to straighten up any of this stuff at all. It's just been kind of crazy. Like I said, and this room is literally floor to ceiling in places with stuff. So I just haven't had. I'm about in the process of reorganizing the entire thing. We've got another room that's got freed up some space in, so I'm hoping to move stuff out of this room so I can clean it, and then organize my stuff and then bring it all back in, and then have it easier to get to, easier to show, easier, and maybe give you a chance to give you guys see some of the other things we have besides jewelry and some of the odd collectible decor, household items, things. So okay, so there it is. No interest in that. That's okay. We will pass on that. I know that I don't know what the lag is. I didn't get a chance to check that. Oops, let me pull this up. I just realized there's a glare on my glasses. There we go. That's from I have two computer screens, and the other screen I had my spreadsheet, and that was what all the glare was from. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do some jewelry. What next? I do have some more pieces from the estate. I think I'm going to show later. Let's see. Just trying to grab something here. Yeah, let's do this. I don't think I showed this last week, so let me make sure. I want to make sure I didn't. But and let me grab a display board. I think this will show good against the black. So let's do this. So this is a dichroic pendant. As you can see, color is not really showing really well on there. It's kind of yellow, white, blue, and then a black with blue piece. And let me see if I turn the other light on, if that helps at all. A little bit. And it's got a gold tone chain. There's no gold plating or anything. And it's an 18-inch gold tone chain. So if I bring this up, and that sort of shows the color. You can see that the center of that, it looks kind of greenish here, but I think that's because it's picking up the reflection from the screen, the computer monitor screen. So it kind of tints it a little bit. Let's see here. Dichroic. Am I spelling it right? Yep. Pendant on gold tone chain. We'll start this at, I forget what I've been asking for these. I'll say 7 tonight. I don't remember, but I think that's what I was asking in the past for these. These were made by a local jeweler, craftsperson, I should say. I don't know if I can sell themselves jeweler, but they lived here and they retired, and obtained a lot of their stuff. And I guess it's quite a little skill to making these things. Let me just take it off of there and just show it on my hand and see if that shows it any better color-wise. And you can see the back is just like that. A little gold tone bale holding it. So kind of a little bit of a geometric mix of patterns here. And it's 3D, by the way. So you should see the yellow and then the pale blue and then the black. You see, so it's really 3 layers of glass. So, and it is glass, I believe, right? So dichroic glass. So, okay, and that's that piece. No interest in that. Okay, we will pass on that. I'm trying to organize myself so I don't bring up stuff from last week. Here. I didn't bring that up next week. So, okay, let's do some more jewelry. Let's see here. I'll try to find some earrings. Oh, nope, that's another necklace. Well, did I do this last week? I think I did do this last week. I gotta be careful. I've got stuff tucked away here. Okay. This looks like moonstone and let's see, maybe Amazonite. I'm not sure. It could be moonstone. No, I don't think it's moonstone. I'll take that back. Anyway, there they are. Up here, earrings on gold tone. Again, not focusing very well, is it? Let me see if I can get this thing to focus. For play games with the focus here. Did that help? Oh yeah, that helped a lot. No, I'm out of focus, but that's okay. Things I want to bring up close. I want to make sure you see. So a pair of shepherd hook earrings. Those are real stones. I have to apologize. I'm drawing a blank on which. I think it's the green is Amazonite. I can't remember if the white is moonstone or. Oh, it'll come to me later, I'm sure. Okay, so I'm going to call these the green and white. Oops, got to type in the right place here. Green and white earrings. We'll start these at $5. Is any interest? And put that up on the screen. And there they are. Green and white. And they look like they're about maybe, I would say, almost 2 inches in length total from the start of the hoop to the base. Any interest in those? Starting at 5. Again, I can put, if I remember, I often try to remember to throw keeper, those little plastic keeper things on the back of things. I don't always remember to do that, and lately I've been getting much worse about it. That's the way it is sometimes. I know my hand's not very steady. I apologize. That's what comes with age. You lose your ability to do that. I could switch to the other camera and probably do better, but my wife says, you really should let people see you when you're trying to sell stuff. So, okay, I can do that. So there they are. Okay. Yeah, if I had a way of holding, now see, I'm out of focus. So when I bring the focus in, that's why I switch. I should switch to the camera. And maybe if I switch to my other camera, let me see if I can do this without it being too crazy. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm going to go off screen here for a second. I'm going to go to my other camera and see if that's going to work. We can pass on this. Nobody interested in that, so we'll do that. Let me just switch cameras here real quick and see what happens. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, see, now I got the turn. And is that going to work? Not very well. Okay, let me switch back. Now, let me mess with that camera a bit, and then we'll figure something out here. I got to find a way to put that camera a little higher, so it doesn't look like I'm looking down at the camera. So I need to give me a second here. I apologize. I'm going to mess things up here, I know, but get my tripod extended. And yeah, that might work. And we'll try switching cameras here. Oh, and I can move back further too, which is kind of nice. So let me see. Let me know what you think in the chat. What do you think? Ooh, that's too close, huh? I know there's a control for this, so let me zoom out. There we go. There we go. Okay. What do you think? You think that's better? Oh, there we go. That's better. It doesn't show much junk in the back behind me either. Okay. But the problem is I can't, no, boy. Now I'm looking at the camera there, but the screen's over there. And so that doesn't going to work, is it? Because I can't tell what I'm showing. Sorry. I guess we'll switch back. It is very frustrating. Should have done all this before. I'm going to mess with this one more time and see if we can do something to make it work so that I can look at the camera and look at the screen. Oh, yeah. And there. Okay, I'm gonna kill a camera for a second here, and I'll be talking, but you won't see me. There. Okay. Well, I move stuff around and try to get this camera set up the way I really want it. And okay, now let's see if this is going to work. Oh, yeah. Okay, now that almost works. Not quite. Okay. And we're going to try one more thing, and we're going to just give up on it. Nope, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to give up on it. I was hoping this was going to work, but it's not. So we'll get this focused better. Yeah. And let's do something else. All right, let me set this aside. Where was I? Oh yeah, we did the box. I have a Ray Dunn, by the way, if anybody's interested in Ray Dunn. I have some beautiful glassware, absolutely gorgeous glassware. But we'll stick with the jewelry here for the moment. Oh, I saw a couple of posters. Anybody's interested in that kind of stuff? Well, I wouldn't call it posters. Artwork maybe was the better description. So let's see here. What we're going to do. Oh yeah, I did say we would show some of the estate stuff. I think this was an estate piece. Let me look. This, yes. This is a necklace and bracelet set. That's fake full pearl. And let me see if this one I think had markings on it. Let me see. Let me get my loop. and double check. And bring the camera down a little bit here. Sorry. I bumped it. I think this came from the estate, but I don't think this is one of the gold fill ones. I always have to check because sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. And this one here is not. Okay. So I have a bracelet and necklace set, and it's a really short necklace. So I'm going to put on the display board, which I just had in my hands a second ago. Oh goodness, I set it down somewhere. I'm not very well organized tonight, am I? Oh, there it is. I covered it up. So this is the necklace. It has a matching bracelet, which I just dropped. So there's there's the clasp type, just the regular round type clasp. No markings on it. Thanks, Marlene. Appreciate the compliment. I'm having a rough night tonight. So everything was done last minute today, and it shows. I apologize for that. So there's the necklace. I'm going to take it off this board. It's not really focusing very well, is it? Yeah, I'll show it on the screen here. Okay, there you go. See it? And then here's the bracelet that matches. Again, clasp there. Oops. So, I'm going to call this the faux. Whoop. What did I just do? Oh, I said I did it full screen. That was fine. I'm going to type this in. Faux pearl necklace bracelet set. We'll start this at $7. Is there any interest? Again, the pearl, and somewhere I have a whiteboard that I think works better so that things don't keep falling down on me here. There it is. There. We'll put it on there. And I'm going to put the bracelet on top so you can see it. It is really nice. But yeah, it's not real pearls. I would say that looks like it's about 14-inch maybe. Or it could be 16. I think it's 14-inch. Let me measure it. No, 16. I didn't think it was. So 16-inch. Okay, no interest. Let me find the bag I put it in. I had a bag for it. Probably dropped that too. Somewhere. Set this down. As you can see, I'm not used to doing it on camera like this with me on the camera. I may switch back to the other camera because I think it's going to be easier for you, easier for me to see things better. And so we may do that. Set that over here. I've had some rings, I thought. See, I haven't done any rings tonight yet. So I have this one ring that is an interesting ring. It's I think I've shown this before, and not too long ago. Well, I'm going to put it on my hand because that's the only way I can show it on this camera. It's gold tone, and it's got this stone right in the middle of it. As you can see, there we go. Kind of I'll call it a pale blue kind of tint to it. I know it doesn't show up that way on the screen, and that's again another reason why not to use this camera. But let me put it on this. Let's see if that helps at all. Give you an idea, and you can see the pattern. And so, what's interesting about this ring is it technically could be adjusted. I'm going to tell you what the size is now. The size now is about a 6.5. Again, not focusing well. But when you look at the inside of the ring, and again, it's not focusing well, but it is has a little. I'm not sure it's showing up really well on camera here. There, you can see it there. See the right there that it kind of loops. You could stretch this open more. I wouldn't go too much more. You could probably go to an 8 without too much difficulty without this showing. But so I don't think it's stone. I think it's acrylic on a gold tone. So I'm going to call this the gold tone 6.5 with blue. Maybe it's an aqua. Kind of a. I know there's a word I'm trying to think of. It's kind of a tourmaline color. No, not right. Aquamarine color. That's what it is. Aquamarine color. We'll start this at $5. How's that? So again, there it is. I am going to switch to the other camera. I need to set it up. I'm going to move it over there and set it up so you guys can see things better, because I'm just not doing a good job here with giving you what you need to see. So bear with me a second while I mute my camera here and bring the other one back. Oh my. Like I said in the beginning, hope everybody's doing well. As you can tell, I'm having a rough night. And now I'm getting tangled up in the cables. And need to, there. And for that, and spin that around, bring this down. There. And one more adjustment there soon. Because I need to bring the tripod down quite a bit to line up with the table. One of the things I want to do is get a different table. There. Okay. Let's switch cameras. And give you some better views of things. So there. And that's not going to focus, but I got to tell it to focus. Reset. There we go. And okay. Now, we'll show you the ring again. Focus again. There. So, and now this camera, you can see it will autofocus, or it should. I reset it. Here's the ring. And you can see that little loop I was telling you at the end. So you can see that it's adjustable. Okay. That's better. That's better. Okay. Okay. Let's do another necklace set. Necklace and earring. No, necklace. Is it a combination? No, it's just necklace and bracelet set. Okay. I'm going to pass on this guy. Yeah, it could be calcite. You're right. All right, I'm going to pass on this. And we'll go with this freshwater pearl, I think. Or it looks like freshwater pearl. It looks like freshwater pearl. Yeah. And black beads. There's the, oops, let me get that off the screen. And then there's the necklace, which I need to untangle a little bit. Here got tangled up when I grabbed it. There. And this is a multi-strand, so you can see necklace, and it's a freshwater pearl and black beads with gold tone on that. And this, let me see if there's any markings on it. I can't recall. This was an estate piece, I believe. And I don't see any markings, but I'm double checking for your benefit. No, I was thinking it might be 1/20th gold fill, but I do not see any markings on this. Okay. And this looks like it's, I'm going to guess, a 16-inch. There's no extender chain on that. So let's have a look real quick here. Yep, 16. Okay. And that is much better to show, isn't it? So, okay. I don't know if these are really freshwater pearls or they just made to look like it. I'm going to say, I'm going to call this faux, not fresh, faux water pearl set. We'll start this at, I've been doing $7, I think someone was. So, again, so you can see they both have this style clasp. No markings. This is actually showing really well on camera, so that's good. Much better than what I was doing before. So you can see the little gold accent beads and the black accent and on the bracelet, and it's the same on the necklace. Oh yes, I have the black light, thanks to a gift from Marlene. There's the black light, and I don't think they are glowing. It's a dark background on the table, so it shouldn't be thrown off by that, but I don't see it glowing. I do not see, I mean, it's shining, but it's not glowing. You know what I mean? So it isn't, it is not glowing. It looks like it's glowing on camera, but it's not really glowing. Let me show, it's just a reflection of my hand. So I don't think so. That would be good. It was a good test, though. Okay. No interest in that set. What am I going to do next? Oh, yeah. Like I said, I got a lot of interesting stuff. I'll do the Ray Dunn. How do we do the Ray Dunn? I think. Maybe not. I don't know. I got to think about that for a second. Okay. So, yes. Okay. So, yeah, we'll pass on this. Yeah, I'll have to find, my wife has a set of real pearls. I'll have her dig them out and I'll test it. We'll see. I'm going to, not tonight, but no, but that's a good thing. I will check. So, yes, I bought a set of nice pearls from JJ down in Texas a couple of years ago. So she really, really liked them. It's nice. Okay. Rae Dunn. Got a Rae Dunn little jar. I don't know if this was originally part of the thing, but this was the way I got it with a little bead key. Oh no, I guess it is. So it says enjoy on that. So I guess that was originally part of it. And keep. It's a jar. I'd never seen it. It looks like it's. I don't think it's ever been used. It sat around on the shelf for a while. I can tell that because it's got some dirt there. What really works well at getting this off, if it's the right material, like it is with Rae Dunn, soft scrub. Soft scrub will take that off if you want to clean it up. Giving away one of my secrets, but that's something you should know anyway. Most people probably know that already. Soft scrub works really well. Oops, let me get that off the screen. So we passed on that. Let me see, Rae Dunn. Keep, we'll call it. We'll start this at, and I did comp this. I couldn't believe what these go for. Crazy, but because it's been sitting around a little bit, we'll start this at $10. And I know from what I've seen, people trying to sell this for, and again, I didn't check to see what they actually sold for on eBay or other places, but let's just say this is way less than what most people were asking for it. So try to give you a good deal, pass on my savings to you. But anyway, so there's that. Okay. While that is up there, let me just determine what we're going to do for jewelry after this. And I have some Laura Birch coming up, and I have Laurel Birch, not Laura. I'm saying Laura. And I have some more necklaces and the like. I'm trying to see if I have some of the estates of candy here. I was just looking for that. Oh, no, that's not a state, but let's do that. I think what I'll do is this next piece, and I'm gonna have to apologize for it because it's silver, but it needs a good cleaning. I thought I'd cleaned it, but I guess I hadn't. I missed it. But okay. Anyway, so there's the Rae Dunn piece, and oh, I just found my inventory tag for that pearl, the full pearl necklace and bracelet. I was mixed in with other stuff. Oh, I see what happened. Came on loose. Okay, we'll set it right there. Okay, no interest in Rae Dunn. We will have a nice 925 bracelet coming up. So let's pass on this. Find a safe place to put that. I have some Rae Dunn Halloween oriented stuff too. I think I showed it maybe before, but I'm not sure. Okay, so this is marked 925. I did not comp it. I don't that I recall. I remember trying to figure out what they call it. It is a bracelet, and I will bring the camera down there. There we go. Oops, get it off the screen. So I'm going to call this the marked 925. I'm going to call it the wavy. I got to put a description here so if somebody asks for it later, I'll know what they want. Bracelet. And we're going to start this at oh boy. I can't get over what Sterling's going for lately, but I'm going to start. I want to try to be reasonable here. I'm going to start this at 12. I think that's a fair price. It is marked. A little bit of fuzz on there. think it's marked on there so it'll focus. Somewhere there, somewhere. It's on the other side. And again, I apologize. I realize that this is tarnished, and it's not. It should be pretty easily cleaned. And if I get a chance, I will clean it. Come on, focus. Nope, it just doesn't want to focus. It's focusing on my fingers, not the piece. But I can't. There it is. There's the 925 right there, right below to my right on the video here. And I think the green, to me, looks like malachite. You see, I can see the striping in it. So, again, it is tarnished. I can't. I apologize for that. I should have tried to. Like I said, I didn't have time to plan for appropriately. So, I'm doing what I can here. I think the length is going to be 7 or 7.5. Let's have a look. It is. Now let's straighten it up first. It looks like it's going to be about 6.5. Yeah, we'll call that 6.5. So, if there's any interest. And we are. Oh, I see Kelly. Hey, Kelly, welcome. Nice to see you. Hope you got my email today. I apologize. I know I'm behind on things, so I apologize for that. But I have your package ready to go. Okay. And we will say, I'm not going to do it. For those that have been around with me for a little while, I was used to do the countdown G1, going once, going twice, last call. I did not see any benefit to that anymore. So I'm just going to say, after a reasonable amount of time, I'm just going to say sold, unless somebody jumps in there. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Appreciate that. We'll include this in it. I'll do a separate invoice for anything tonight, but I'll wait and take care of both, everything at the same time. So I appreciate that. Okay, we're going to say sold to Kelly for $12. Thank you. Oh, okay. All right. And I will say sold Ray Dunn. Oops. Done to Kelly. And what was I asking for that? Go back and look. $10. Oops. Almost misspelled your name. It's Kelly for $10. And I almost misspelled done. D-U-N-N. There we go. No, thank you. Okay, let me set that aside. Well, actually, you know what? I'll put your bracelet right inside the Ray Dunn jar. All right. I get this bracelet, and I'm assuming the tag that's on it is the brand, not the intent of what it says. And the chain is a little tangled up here, but it's a not a stretchy bracelet, and my goodness gracious, what did I do? All right, I'm going to hold off on this. I tangled it up somehow, so we will jump to a different one temporarily here. Okay, I've got this other bracelet. I'm going to show. It is mildly stretchy. I guess I'll call it that. And it's very dark. I'm going to put the other light on so I can see it better, I think. Get rid of that on screen. Oh, and the red, white, and blue beads. Okay, yeah, we can write that as a sold in the chat also. Sold to Kelly. Red, white, blue So beads. And what was I asking for that? That was way back at the beginning. $3. Okay. It wasn't much. There we go. Okay. Yep. Great. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that. Grab that. I just. Oh, where did I set those aside? Oh, there. Put those in the jar. Okay. So we got this little necklace. Oops, let me get that screen off the screen here. Where do they? Why is that not coming off the screen? Oh, there it is, way up there. Okay. So we got this little. It's a stretchy necklace. It is. I think the large bead is glass, and maybe even the reddish ones as well. They're kind of a cranberry color, and like a lamp work, a little almost cloisonne bead there, and this larger one here. Oops, and okay. All right, and sorry, I was trying to catch up on the comments here. And then this looks like I guess it's like to me this looks like a button almost, like that they put on there for an interesting bead. So it is small ish. And there it is. I have no idea what I should be asking for this thing, but I'm going to call this the red with lampwork bead bracelet. We'll start this at $5. Is any interest? I see this pretty unusual. Let me get the focus. Little focus here. I see Kelly at 5. It is not large. I should give you the dimensions because it does stretch. It does have some stretchiness to it, but not a lot. It's very, very tight. So I'm going to say it looks like about 2¼ inches, maybe. Usually they're like 2.5 or something like that. So you just like the beads. Okay, that's fine. Like I say, that cranberry color is kind of really cool. But okay. Well then, excuse me. I'm going to grab a sip of water first. Before I type. I was trying to figure out if I could do a split screen and show both my cameras at the same time, but they want more money for me to be able to do that. So I use StreamYard and I've been happy with it, but they did raise their price last year. So okay, we will say sold to Kelly for $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As you can tell, I'm putting stuff in your jar. And you're way down. And I realized I have not been writing this down as well. Although I have it on the screen, so. But I do want to get that straight. And 3 and 5. Okay. And okay, just making notes here. All right, I haven't shown anything other than anything. Well, let me rephrase that. I've been showing mostly jewelry. I'm going to show you something that I was really surprised with these Go For, and it is large and heavy. So I'm going to have to tell you right now that. But this is really pretty. It's I'm trying to unlock my thing here. Hang on, so I can bring it up and show you the better view of it here. Absolutely gorgeous bowl. Here we get the white background better. I call it like a fluted bowl. It's Lennox. And I'm going to have to, I'm just throwing it out there in case there is somebody seriously thinking about buying something like this. I would call this, what did I call it when I wrote it down? Kind of an aquamarine color. I'm going to have to start this at $25. Now, I realize this is, above and beyond what I normally sell these things for, but I did comp this. And it goes in anywhere from, I should say sells for considerably more than what I'm asking in some spots. It can depends on where you shop. If you're a person who shops on Etsy, you'll see it for a lot more there. I just realized my camera's really crooked. So give me a second, I'm going to straighten it up here. Yeah. I wonder why things are looking kind of a weird angle. There. So, but really, I mean, this thing just caught my attention the minute I saw it. And I don't think the color is much deeper than what I'm seeing on my screen in color. It's a much deeper color. This thing's immaculate. I could not find a chip, scratch, nothing, any wrong. It is marked on the bottom. It may or may not show. Yeah, you can sort of see it right there where it's marked Lennox next to my finger. So the problem is, yes, shipping. It's let me see how much it weighs. It's not. I can package this so it'll be fine. I'm really good at wrapping these things in multiple layers of bubble wrap and or peanuts. But let's see what this thing weighs. And then this thing weighs 4 pounds. It says 315.8. I'll just say 4 pounds. I think it's about at its widest point. Looks like it's about 11 inches, and it's about 4.5 inches tall. So it's going to be a big package, and so. But I wanted to give. I'm just throwing it out there. If anybody was really seriously would consider something like that. Otherwise, I'll just try and sell it locally, probably, just because of the shipping, like we said. But it is pretty. I don't know. In shipping, agreed, Kelly. It all depends. I think depends on what zone you're in, and I think. Although I've had pretty good luck sending stuff out west, UPS has been pretty good to me. They're much cheaper than the post office when it comes to large and heavy packages. So I mean, I've been shipping snowboards, out as far as I've shipped one last year out to Wisconsin, and I think it was like $20 or something like that. That's a big item. So you can get by. It all depends. But again, I would have to really, really wrap this thing up and make sure that I would probably put a box within a box or something like that. If it's unless it was shipped by itself. But anyway, I thought I'd put it out there. If anybody was serious about it, was think about something like that. There it is. But I'm going to pass, and we'll go on to see what else people may or may not be interested in. I have a lot of stuff related to the 250 birthday. Saw the first one at the beginning, the Paul Revere thing. So let me do some more jewelry here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let me see if I can find some of that estate jewelry. I can't remember what I showed last week, or the week before, or the time, not last week, the week before last, or the time before that. I don't think I showed this one. I can't remember. Yes, I did. Yes, I did show this one. I think I think I did. Oh, maybe I didn't. This one, it came in a box already labeled, and I don't know. I'm going to show it. we'll show here. This is a very unusual piece, and it's supposedly the tag that came with it is here. And let me get that off the screen. Yeah, you're right. I'm probably going to try and sell it locally. So this says this is sodalite and garnet beads. Those are the sodalite. Those are the garnet beads. And then there's this large multicolored piece that looks like I think it's a piece of stone that was just enameled, I guess. Is that this person, this Lisa Bach? I did look her up, and it just didn't quite fit a lot of the stuff she makes. But then I don't know. It is handmade. It says black agate, and I don't know if that meant this or what. But sorry, that glare is killing me, isn't it? Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of this. Maybe that one? No, that's not it. And that's not it. Interesting. But you can see the color much better when I bring it up close like this. Get away from the light. I don't know where to start with her stuff because it's garnet. I'm going to start this at half of what I think it's worth, and give you Liza Bach necklace. I'm going to start this at $10. And that's not a bad deal for garnet and sodalite. This is supposedly garnet beads. I did not see any markings on that. Let me kill this light. See if it fixes the focus problem. And then there's the rest of it. Oh, I see the black. These are the black agate. Okay. Now they see it under the better light. There's the sodalite and the garnet beads. The little red ones are the garnet. And the blue is the sodalite. I assume it's just gold tone. So this is a really long piece. Let me grab my tape measure because my ruler is not going to be long enough. I just had that in my hands a second ago. I set things down and I don't remember where I set them down. This just drives me nuts. No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to say that I want to think this is going to be, this 24. That's a 24-inch necklace at least. So it's a 1 foot from the top to there, and that's not even stretching it out. So that's about a foot from the top to bottom. But okay. So I don't know if you call this. This is not only not a certificate of authenticity. It just happened to be in the box with it, but it made sense because it's black agate, sodalite, and sodalite and garnet right there. So okay, all right. Let's do some. We haven't done earrings for a while. Let's do some earrings. While you're staring at that, I've got some earrings. Ouch. Oh, I pulled out of the box. Okay, we'll do these. So I'm surrounded by boxes of stuff. If anybody was watching at the beginning, you saw that. Okay, no interest in that. We'll pass. And let's set up these earrings on a nice little display here. think it'd be best to do it this way. And because the card they're on doesn't really show them really well. So I'm off the card into a display here real quick if I can get the keeper to stay on. There we go. All right, so pull that back into its little box. And we'll show you some earrings. Let's bring this camera down. And these are real stone. Look at that. And so I'm trying to put something away here, so give me a second. All right. So these are like let me bring it up close here. No, focus. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Good grief. So you can see the stone there, kind of a banded agate, I would call it, like on a gold tone ear shepherd's hook. Yeah, definitely cold to touch. I'm going to call these banded. Actually, more of a swirl. Let's call these a swirl. Swirl. Tubular earrings. We'll start these at $6. And they're about, my thumb's about an inch, so you can figure these are about almost two inches long, not including the hook up here, so closer to 2.5 or 3 inches actually. So, alrighty, thinking about that. I'm trying to put stuff away here so I'm not tripping over things later on and not tangling things up. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can do another ring maybe after this. I got a whole little tray full of rings here. I'm just trying to pick out what I think you guys might be interested in. Always hard to say, right? Some of these are what I would consider costume jewelry rings, and others are more serious rings. Unmarked, kind of thing. No. Okay, no, we won't do that. Okay, no interest in the excuse me, the white earrings, the off-white kind of color. What about a simple necklace? This looks like something somebody made. We will go with that. Okay, we're going to pass on that. Yes, go ahead, hotel trinket box. Gotcha. Let me write it down. Put it in the chat here so I won't forget. Oops, almost spilled that. That's okay. No problem, Kelly. I appreciate it. I really do. And that is done deal. Okay. Get rid of that. We have a little necklace. I don't think this is silver. I was just looking for my magnet to confirm that. I misplaced it here. I probably stuck it. Let's see if I stuck it in the drawer. I was looking for my magnet to see if I can tell you that it's, oh goodness gracious. Oh, there it is. I know the chain's magnetic, so that's a given. But is the wire around it? No, just the chain. So, but you know what? I think it looks like a polished sodalite that they drilled through and then wrapped it around with silver tone wire or silver plated wire or silver wire. Don't know. I didn't have a chance to test it. It's not marked, but it's just a interesting little pendant. So I'm just going to call this a sodalite pendant. And we'll start this at $5. If there's any interest. Like I said, the chain is just I think a 16 or any. I'm going to guess 18-inch chain. Let me see here. Close to 18. I would say it's close to 18-inch altogether. And again, we'll show it up close here. Just, you can see they drilled a hole through it and just wrapped around it. Show off their little polished stone. And we're going to keep looking for, oh, did I just... Oh, hey, Barb. Nice to see you. Hoping I sent your package. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I hope it'll show up soon if it hasn't already. Again, I started off at the beginning apologizing. I've been way behind on my invoices, and I'm still on a couple folks' invoices still. But I managed to get yours and Kelly taken care of, so. Alrighty, well, I don't see anybody else, so we will say that is sold to Barb. Or yeah, you should have the tracking information, so you can check. $5. Thank you, Barb. Let me write that down and put it in a little bag for you. So I don't. Sorry, I'm trying to find. I used to have a ton of these little plastic bags, and I think I've gone through them all. I have to order some more. There it is. And there. Okay. Now I got it in the bag. And I'll write it down as well. Oh, I got to write down Kelly's item as well. Okay, well, while I'm doing that, let me show you something else. Another piece of history here. So I showed a Liberty Blue at the beginning. Here's another one. Let me get the camera up a little higher. You can get a better look at it. It's a nice bowl. I think they call it a vegetable bowl. Sorry. There it is. Focus that. Let me get that off screen. Focus. There we go. Okay, and I'll leave you figuring that what it is while I'm writing this down for Barb, which I will do as soon as I find my pen. Good grief. There, I think I got everything there. All right. I hope I got it all. Yes, okay. So this is a Blue Liberty piece of porcelain. And let's see, what did I get done this one? Or Liberty Blue, sorry. Liberty Blue. I'm typing it wrong. Liberty Blue. This is the Minutemen. Oh. I think that's one word, Minutemen, isn't it? Yeah. Vegetable. They call it a vegetable bowl. And I did comp this one. So I'm going to start this one at 15. And let's show you the details. It's much dark. My screen, for some reason, it's looking a little washed out, but it is a much darker blue than what you see. And so there's the top, and this is in excellent condition. There's the label, and I'm gonna make the same comment I made before. Here we are talking about Minutemen and Liberty, and guess where this is made? In England. The people we were fighting. So, so it says it was based on the original copper engravings of historic colonial scenes printed on Staffordshire ironstone detergent and dishwasher safe. Okay. Made in England, Minutemen, Liberty Blue. And you can see the pattern there. And it is, I'm going to say, I think it's like 9 inches across. I measured it before, but I can't remember. Yep, 9 inches across. So, very patriotic piece of ironstone. I thought for some reason I was thinking, well, is porcelain ironstone? Is ironstone considered porcelain? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but Staffordshire is supposed to be a really, good. Oops, upside down. Good quality. So, anyway, didn't know anybody would be interested in something like that. While it's up there, let me do a little more digging here for. Oh, let's see if I get another piece of estate jewelry. I think I showed this last week. I apologize if I did, but I will show it again. Anyway. And I thought I could have sworn I had all the pieces of the set too that I'm about to show you. But this one is gold filled. This next one coming up. And oh, by the way, what I did for those that have gotten this, yeah, dishwasher safe, yeah, crazy, huh? Well, I think this was made for, like I said, it's made for. I don't think it was made for the 250th, but it certainly was made for celebrating that, something like that. So, okay. All right, no interest in that. We will pass on that. And try and get that out on eBay soon. Okay, this is from the estate. This is amethyst earrings and bracelet. Just let me get that off the screen. And bring this down a little bit so you can see it better. And I thought there was a necklace with this, but maybe I sold it separately. I have no idea. But they are screwback earrings. And I'll do the same thing I did at the last auction. I will throw in, or I can do it for you, put on gold tone shepherd hooks on these for you, or I can just include them with the package. You can do it yourself if you so choose. If I do that, I always throw in the screwbacks with it anyway. You get everything that you see here, plus and so this is marked. Let me see if I can get that to focus. It's marked where somewhere here. Maybe it's on the other side. You can just barely make it out, but it is. Let me look at the loop here just to make sure I'm doing it correctly, as it's not showing up on camera as clean as I hoped. 1/20th. Let's make sure it's 14K or 12K. I can never remember. $14K. Gold filled. Okay. So, and that is really amethyst. And I really wish I had the necklace and everything to go with it, because I know it'd be worth a lot more, of course. So amethyst. Oops, I almost misspelled amethyst. Amethyst earring and bracelet. Oh, yeah, goodness. My typing is worse than usual tonight. 120 GF 14K. We'll start this at $14. What's that? Now I don't know if these are marked as well. They may or may not be. Can't get it to focus on that part I want to focus on, so I will look at the loop. It's not marked that I can see on the earrings, but this did come from the estate. I can't tell. I have no way of testing it, really. But the tone is the same, very similar to the tone of the material on the bracelet. So it may no matter. Some of these were marked on the earrings, and some of these earrings were marked, and some of these were not. I just don't see it. Let me check this one. In case sometimes they mark either one of them, or just one of them. No. Anyway, but these are some really, really pretty amethyst. And my wife tells me when it comes to amethyst, the darker, the more valuable they are. And this is looking a little washed out on this screen, but they are really fairly dark. You can see it better in my hand here. Really pretty. Like I said, I will supply shepherd hook earrings with it. I have them. They're not gold. I think they are. Actually, the ones I have may be gold plated. I'm not sure. I have to look and check again. But gold plating is the same as gold filled, though. Okay. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye. I have some other estate stuff coming up too, I think. Somewhere, I believe. Just dig a little bit into the box of stuff. Yeah. So I think this one is also one of the estate pieces. I've got a few left, but not much. We're getting near the end of it, of what I had for estate pieces. Excuse me. Oh yeah, forget about this guy. Oh my. I don't know. Do these glow under? No, I guess they don't. Thought they might glow under black light, but they don't. All you see glowing is the glue they use to hold the thing together. Just understand that. So, and I had one more thing I wanted to show. Where was it? Doggone. Misplacing things yet again. All right. I was going to show another ring, but oh, is this another state piece? It might be. I think it is. Some of them I have marked, so they know they were state pieces and where they came from. Others I mismarked or didn't got around to marking them and all. Okay, no interest in this one. We'll pass on those and put them back in that little box. Put that over there. Oh, wait. I was going to show. This is an interesting thing I got my hands on recently. Let me bring the camera up. They say not everything's jewelry tonight. These are obviously bamboo salad hands, they call them. And they're brand new. I have two of these. And we will start these at $5. I have two. Let me write that down so people are clear. Is that a second set? So same thing, brand new, still in the package. It says organically grown bamboo, FDA approved, and gives you the care and instructions on the back. I think I've seen these before, right? A company called Core. Like I said, I have two pair. Anybody's interested? But interesting. I didn't read the part about organically grown bamboo. Okay. Cool. Like I say, I have two pair of tonight. And while that's up there, let me see what else we can show you. Oh, almost forgot. Yes, I have another pair. Oh, I got two pairs of those, don't I? Is this another pair of the same thing? It is. No, this is different. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. We're going to do another necklace and earring set. After this, I have no interest. We'll pass. Okay. How about, I mentioned this at the beginning, I think, that I have this Laurel Birch necklace and earring set. So let's do that. Let me get this untangled here because it was in the bag all tangled up. There's the necklace. Oops, off of that. There's the earrings. Match. Let's see, there's 16-inch or 18. That looks like a 16-inch chain. Let's measure it here. See. Yeah, 16-inch chain. Laurel birch set. We'll start this at $10. If there's any interest. Meanwhile, we'll do that. I'm trying to untangle a piece of string that's on a necklace I'm going to show. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing okay. Things were really, I mean, we got a downpour today. Just a downpour of rain. I think when I last looked, it was close to an inch of rain today, which is a lot for us. We were already at our average for June. We have an echo, so I asked Alexa. I says, "What's the average rainfall for us here in Vermont at this time of the year?" It's 3.5 inches. Well, guess what? We're at the middle of June, and we've got over 3.5 inches of rain already. So it's going to be a wet one. Oh, Kelly, I see you at 10. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have shown this up close because it's a little. There we go. You can see it's kind of a navy blue color, and it's signed. It is signed. If I can get that to show without glaring. Looking for my, where it is. Looking for my camera control. So you can see it there. And they're all marked. Or signed. Yeah, we had a massive storm last night as well, thunder and lightning and all that. And yeah, so it was not nice. Not nice. Let me get. You know what? That light is just causing too much. No, that's not helping much either. I'm wondering if I've got this camera angled wrong, so maybe if I angle it a little differently, it'll show the color better. There. Anyway, so okay. Well, we'll say this. Yeah, we turned cooler, 60s. So I guess that some people consider that chilly. For us, it's not unusual. So we're actually looking at 60s and 50s for the next several days here in Vermont. So alrighty, let's sell that to Kelly for $10. Thank you. Those are vintage, by the way. I didn't mention that at the beginning, but apparently this fan design like that is one of her styles. But yeah, 60s for some people is chilly. For us, yeah. I mean, 70s is what we typically see in January. January. Yeah, I wish it was in June. 70s and some 80s, and we have had that. But in fact, it was in the 80s all up till Sunday, and then it turned cool and then wet by. They actually Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were pretty decent, 70s and sunny, and then Wednesday night, bang. So yeah, actually, I have another piece of Laurel birch earrings here as well. I'll show them in a bit. Okay. Oh yeah, green crystal. So I've got a little green crystal necklace. We'll show that. Oh, let me get that off the screen. Well, if that'll help or not. Sort of. I'm curious. Now look at this black light. I want to often see if it does make that glow a little bit. Let me see if I can get that off the black. And it does glow a little bit with the black light. Yeah, a little bit. It's too much though. Back it off. But you can't tell probably on camera. It's just not. I think it's just too strong. But interesting. Those larger beads do glow. The smaller ones, no, but the larger green ones do. Huh. Interesting. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to call this the green. Oops. Type in the right place here. Green crystal necklace. And we'll start this at. I didn't write anything down for that one. We'll start it at $7, I guess. It's an older necklace. I know that because it's this old barrel style clasp. Right? The unscrew, yeah, or is that pull apart? I can't remember. This no, it's an unscrew. This one that unscrews. So, yeah, the larger things feel a bit cold to the touch. The smaller ones do not. So those smaller ones are probably I would guess acrylic. These are indeed some type of glass crystal. So it does glow. Oops, let me get it on back on screen here and focus again. And it did glow a bit. I change the intensity on that. No. You can see it does glow a little bit. So kind of cool, huh? I see Barb at 7. Excuse me, Barb. I got to get a drink of water. This was from the estate. This woman had quite a collection of jewelry, some costume, some really nice pieces. I just bumped into a friend today at a farmer's market who has her mother's jewelry, just had it appraised, and she said that it's in the $30,000 to $50,000 range of total collection. And so I was going to help her with that a little bit, but I can't honestly tell her where the good place to sell it. I don't know if, you're talking pieces that are going to be worth in the hundreds of dollars or more. Some diamonds and things like that as well. So probably best for her to just try and sell it online. But interestingly enough, okay, we're going to say sold to Barb for $7. Thank you. Oops, what did I just do? I typed in the wrong place. Let's try that again. For $7. There we go. Now, typed in the right place. Thank you. And let me write that down. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Let's slow down. There. What did I do with your other one? Oh. Just bear with me for a second here. I'm trying to make sure I don't misplace things. Okay. All right, put that away. Where was I? Oh, I do have one other non-jewelry item tonight. Let's bring the camera up for this guy because it'd be easier to show from the top. this is brand new, one step tie-dye kit. And I did check what these are going for, curiosity. And so, anybody out there still doing tie-dye kit? We're going to start this at, what did I see? Try and give you a good deal here. Let's start this at $9. How's that? It goes for, if you look this up, I think it was, if you go ahead and look it up, I think you'll see it on places like Michael's and what was the other craft shop? I think even Amazon has a version of this out there. And so this says carousel. I guess it's different. There are different types there are different kits, and they named them. This one's called carousel. Don't know what that means, but everything's here. See all the string is there for tying things off, and plastic, and it says just add water, and pre-soaking, no pre-soaking required. 59 pieces in here, and so that is what it is. There's a reveal, as they call it. So that is that. Check us out at the Découvrez Nous at Tulip Color Crafts. So it's in French and English. We can read some French, but I'm not 100%. This, let's see what else. 2021 is the date on this. So it's been sitting around a little while. But I see Kelly at 9. Write this down. And seeing no other bids, we will say sold to Kelly for $9. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And okay. That went quicker than I thought. So now I got to find something to sell you here, jewelry-wise. Do I have any more state stuff? That's what I was looking for. I thought I did. Oh, these are interesting. Let me check. Yeah. Okay, I've got a pair of earrings here, post earrings. I'll get rid of this. Yeah, bring the camera down real close. So you can see these. Color's showing really well on that. That's good. These are amber-like. I'm not going to say they're amber because they don't feel cold to my just don't. But does amber not feel cold? I don't know. I just did the cheek testing to see. They do have an interesting glow from the UV light, but I don't know if that means anything. Because some acrylics can do that. So, I mean, if you're looked at somebody with a tie-dyed shirt, fluorescent paint, kind of thing that, how it glows. You think they're amber. Okay. Okay. I think amber is not cold like other stones. I don't remember, though, for sure. But they do look to be amber, and there. They are post earring. I did not see any markings on them. Let me see if I can double check that. But, hang on. Let me just pull this apart here. I'll set that one down for you to look at. And while I look at the back of the other one with a loop. Oh. Huh. They are marked 925. Let me see if I can get that show on screen. You can see the mark there. It's not really focusing on it well, but it's there. So that is 925. Okay. Well, that changes what I was going to ask. I was thinking they were just an amber. Apparently goes for quite. My wife got a really good deal on some amber stuff that she for her personally at a gem show last year. That was this woman had everything marked 50% off. I wish I'd had some cash. Let me tell you, I'd have bought her out. She had some gorgeous stuff. My wife bought some stuff for herself, but all right. So we're gonna call these the Amber 925 earrings. I guess I'll start them at $10. Does that sound reasonable? I think. I see Kelly at 10. Yeah, I know some of it comes Baltic, some of the Baltic amber, I know. And where's the other source? I know you mentioned Poland, but I know there's Baltic amber, and I forget the other. My wife would know. I guess this isn't the time I wish she was online, because then it would be able to just ask her. But yeah, I think it's I think it I may be underselling these, but that's okay. I don't have, like I said, I'm so far behind on some things. I don't have time to even put. I've got some gorgeous Murano glass that I want to put it out there on eBay, and I just haven't even hit that. I've got where's the other pieces I just had? There were some other pieces I just picked up recently, but anyway, yeah, I'll get around to it eventually. But yes, that has been very helpful, Melanie. I've been so appreciate that. So okay, I don't see anybody yet jumping on them, so we will say sold to Kelly for $10. Great, thank you, Kelly. Let me write that down. Oops, I knew I was going to do something. I just knocked down a box. Alrighty, put that in the jar with your other stuff. Okay. Oh, you know what? I wasn't going to show this tonight, but I think I will. Let me dig it out. It's not going to. I don't know if I can get it to show on the other camera. Oops, I got it upside down. I'd rather try and show it on my good camera. So let's see if we can do that. And I have this really, really gorgeous framed picture of Diana Ross. Can you see it okay? Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, tilt it a little better so you don't have you can see the glasses reflecting. So and this is pretty good size. The overall frame on this is 13 by 16. The picture itself is looks like about 7 by 9. This is an iconic photo of Diana Ross. Keep them then. What? Oh, no. Don't worry about Kelly. You're all yours. Yeah, so this is the iconic photo of Diana Ross. She is, and I do have to say, one of the artists I used to like to listen to when in my youth. She's, amazing. But this is a black and white photo that's been nicely framed. I have no idea what to ask for something like this. The only time I found somebody else that had exactly this one in this size was signed by her. And of course, they were asking a ridiculous price for that. I would say, because of shipping, because I will give you a break on shipping, I'm thinking like $10, $15 or something like that. If you want to make me an offer, I will not be I would leave this up. Okay, I'm gonna put it up and say make an offer. Uh, I got this thing for a bargain, so I'm not losing any money on it. I'll just say make an offer over $10. That's all I have to say. How's that sound? Otherwise, what I'm gonna do is probably just put it in. I've got a huge barn, and I'm in the process of trying to clean out one of the bays, and we're gonna just have a off and on running yard sale this summer when I get a chance to get that out there, and everything be undercover. It doesn't matter rain or shine, so we can do our barn sale, and so things like this that are not like it's easy to ship. I would probably put that in the yard sale and the barn sale. So, but if this, I just thought make an offer to see if everybody's interested. Like I said, the overall size, what did I say it was? This is a metal frame. Is 13 by 19, 13 by 16, 13 by 16 is the overall. Anybody interested? I mean, I've got really do have the perfect thing for shipping this. So I have the perfect box of shipping this. Is actually what I meant to bring to this, and I will do it next. I will try to remember to do it next week. I have a really nice Freddie Mercury framed piece that is sizable. I actually have two, one smaller, one larger. Yes, you could remove it from the frame, and I can do that, and then I would ship it in a rigid container so it doesn't get bent, because you don't want to roll it up. You could damage it by rolling it up. But yeah, I could do that too, and then use the frame for something else. But if there's any interest, I just thought I'd throw it out there and see if anybody was interested. I came across this thing, and I said, "Oh wow, this is really cool," and I really like it. And I say it's a really nice piece. I just don't have I don't have a place to hang it, or I'd be hanging it in my own home. But okay, let's see, where was I? I also got a really neat Stevie Ray Vaughan piece as well, and an Edward Scissorhands poster today. So 12, yeah, I can do that. So I wish I could grab it handily. I thought I had it right here. It's close by. I know it's close by. I can probably set the box itself right there in front of me. I'll look. If you want to bear with me, give me a second. I will go around my computer and look. But okay, so I will say this is sold to Kelly for $12. And now, do you want it? Do you want me to take it out of the frame, Kelly, or do you want it with the frame? Just let me know, and I'll make a note of that in my comments here, so I don't forget one way or the other. Oh, I can do it next week. Yeah, sure, Bob. So, yeah, just let me know what you want, Kelly. If you want me to just send you the print, and I can take it out of the frame easily enough. It's not hard. Or do you want the whole thing? I don't have a problem. Well, obviously, the shipping wise, one way is cheaper than the other, so that's why I'm giving you the option. But although I think I owe you free shipping, so it may not matter in this case. So if I can find a box, that'll work. Oh, I won't lose on it. I guarantee I'm not losing. I got this for the song, so it was surprising to me how little I paid for this. So let's just put it that way. So that's why I said give somebody else a good deal when I can get a good deal. So all right. All right, well, that's sold. Let's get that out of there. And let's do some more jewelry. Put that aside. Like I said, I picked up some Stevie Ray Vaughan piece. I picked up a Edward Scissorhands poster. Anybody a fan of the Monkees out there? I got a print of that. I also got a print of Don Johnson from Miami Vice. stuff like that. So it's pretty cool stuff. Okay, where was I? Jewelry. Oh, what are we going to do next here? Oh, I have one in here. That's right. Very interesting necklace here, style-wise. See if I made some notes on this thing. Nope. This is the green floral necklace. Is all this is called. It's silver tone, but I'll tell you, this is it's the nicest silver tone I've ever seen. I'm just trying to get this string. There's an inventory tag on it. I don't like to leave it on there when I'm trying to show it, so I'm just trying to get the tag off of it. Sometimes I'm really good about my inventory, and sometimes not so much. I also, like I mentioned, I've got comic books. I need to spend some time getting them out there, out to the world. I got Star Wars, Star Trek. I've got Marvel, DC Comics, Batman, Superman, all kinds of stuff. I picked up some really cool ones recently. I was hoping to work with a friend of mine in Maine. He's got quite a large collection. I don't know if we're ever going to get a chance to meet up. Hang on, I'm just going to cut this off. Yeah. Okay. Nothing. This isn't a super fancy or anything like that, but it is kind of cool. Like I said, this herringbone piece is not marked. But let me bring the camera over closer and down so you can see this. Get this lined up nicely here. And I might want to bring the camera up just a little bit to get a better framing. You see it's got this long silver tone piece that hangs off it. So I'm going to call this the green floral necklace. And we'll start this at 7. And we'll show it better here in a second. Let me just get this on my way here. You're interested in Star Wars? Oh, cool. I actually, they're sitting about the same spot where the Freddie Mercury thing is. So if I can get to it, I will. Give me a minute. Okay, oh, that doesn't help. Okay. So let me get this up close and we get it on my hand because it's not really showing well against that black, the gray background I have here. But there it is. So this kind of, you can see it's kind of green. I think it's not, the green is not cold to the touch. So I'm going to assume it's likely acrylic with a little dark green crystal in the center. But you see it's got a herringbone style piece here, and then an extended chain that is really, really long. So it could be worn like a choker maybe, or a really short necklace. And not including this little dangly thing that comes off to the floral piece. It's only 7 inches drop right there. So that's, yeah, to me, I would think that's more like a choker style. Really brief, really comes up really close, worn up. So, which is fine because you can get this long piece that comes down. So, and I see Kelly at 7. Let me grab a sip of water here real quick. Oh, 10:35 already. Usually I quit at 10:30 for those that aren't aware. But I may go for a few minutes longer here. We'll see. So we'll say sold to Kelly for $7. And let me write that down and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And pull that off there. And put that in. You can tell when I'm opening your little Ray Dunn jar to put your jewelry on. Let me just take a second, and then we'll probably call it a night anyway. But let's see if I can grab those comic books really quickly here, just to give you a flavor of what I have. If I don't trip on the cables for my own stuff. Oh. Like I said, this room is packed from floor to ceiling in places with you wouldn't believe. Okay, that wasn't easy. That was easier than I thought. Now I'm just going to keep tripping on things. And what's nice about this, Kelly, is I have series of things. And I'm going to bring the other camera up and show you what I'm talking about. Pardon me while there. Okay. Yes, browser's lost connection to the camera. That's fine. We will switch cameras here. There we go. Okay, so this is the box, and you see this is all Star Wars. And what I've done is I've separated them by series. So like Star Wars, and these are all bagged, not boarded, but they're bagged. And so this is like number 46, 47, 48, 49 through 70 of that series. That's how many I've got of these kinds of things. I have not priced these things. I have no idea what they're worth yet. I will go on one of the websites and start looking these up. But they're put out by Dark Horse Comics. Is that familiar to you? But anyway, that's that. So that's one series, for example. There's another series here, Dark Horse again. Empire, Star Wars Empire. That was Star Wars Republic. And there's Star Wars Starfighter. Again, some of these go for like $5 and $6 a piece. Some of them go for a little less, a little more. There's a couple of them that I marked, for example, like that one. And then I priced this 2 years ago, so I have no idea. Like this one was marked at $7.50, the Star Wars Starfighter. That was just a single issue, so I have no idea. But anyway, that's what I've got. That's kind of stuff, and that's why you see why I haven't spent a lot of time on doing any of that. It just and I got this from a personal friend's collection. And actually, it was his late wife's collection, and he didn't want it anymore. And so I've got it, and that's just one of the boxes. So. And I saw that Barb was interested in Freddy, and I thought I had it right there, and it's not. So it's in this room. I don't think it's where I can reach it. Let's see if I can. Give me one more second. And no, that's not it. That's not it. It's in a. I have it stored in the protective sleeve, so. It's probably over there somewhere, but I will find it by next week and definitely have it back online, and I will show you. But I will, if there's something you want me, if you're interested in the Star Wars, any of the Star Wars stuff, we can communicate by email or whatever, and I can send you some pictures and stuff. Yes, I have some rings. I just didn't have a chance to sort through them much. What I have. A lot of mostly costume. I had a couple of decent ones. I thought I had a couple of silver ones here somewhere, and I'm just trying to find my hands on them tonight. But see, for example, I've got This one's not marked, but it's got a pretty, here's one I got. I don't know what size that is. It's got to be less than a 6 or 7. Oops, here we go. Just got to shut my hand the right way. For example, there's one I've got I would consider a costume ring only because it's unmarked. And it does have, no, it's not cold to the touch, so I would assume not. And then I have this other one that's the sun, the moon, and the stars side thing. I was going to, there's another one there. So, yeah, so I'll do some rings next time, sure. I have others. I just got to find them. Anybody need? One of the rings I have right here is a 14 karat wedding band. I have no idea I know what the value is on it for the gold. I don't know what the value is on it as a ring goes. So, but I do have some rings. What was the other one I just had my hands on? There's a couple of interesting ones I had. I set it down somewhere. Oh, this is a very unusual one, for example. Again, that's not a stone, but the setting on that's really interesting. It seems to be tarnished like silver, but I think it's silver plate. So I got some stuff like that. 7 to 9-ish. Okay, I'll remember that. I will definitely put some together. I have a few. I can't say I have a lot, but I have a few. So, but anyway, like I said, it's been kind of crazy here, and I appreciate everybody tonight. They were really helpful. I know there's other auctions going on right now. If you want to jump over to that, I'm not insulted, but I will definitely bring those couple of things tomorrow. 6 for you. Okay. Alrighty, we'll see. I know I have some small. I have some as large as 9 and 10. I think some of them. So, but I do have some right here in front of me, and I just like I said, the couple I just showed you. There's another one here. This one is actually marked. I think this was made by Pilgrim. I got a bunch of Pilgrim stuff. So here's one here, for example. And something like that, I would probably, if I can get that thing to focus. I think that's like a size. I just want to say that's a 7 or 6. 6.5. Yeah, that's a 6.5. Yeah, I have some of the by the brand company called Pilgrim. I think some of you folks have been watching my auctions. I've seen some of the Pilgrim stuff before, and I have a bunch of those. They're a Danish design, they call themselves. So, but I think they're actually made in China. This one's like a copper tone with a different pattern. Let's see, it's not going to focus on this camera. So anyway, we'll get it on a good camera, and we'll do some next week. I think next week's the 25th, so I don't have an appointment then during the day, but shouldn't stop me from having an auction. So, okay, Marlene. I have not talked about you because I'm aware of your situation, but I didn't want to say that's not my place to say anything for you here. But I appreciate you letting people know, and we still are praying for you and think about you every day. So we wish you very much comfort and doctor's guidance and everything that goes on. So we will definitely be praying for you. I hope you can get a good night's rest for all of that. And I know you're a faithful person, so. And I appreciate you keeping me up to date. So it's not easy, I know. But have a blessed night, all of you, and get good night rest, and be careful out there. We'll see you next week, Lord willing.